February 1959. 9 experienced hikers are camping deep in the frozen mountains of the Soviet Union. They're young, strong, experienced. They've survived brutal winter expeditions before. Then something happens. In the middle of the night, they slash their tent open from the inside, run barefoot into temperatures colder than -30 degrees Celsius, and disappear into the darkness. Weeks later, rescuers find their bodies scattered across the snow. Some are frozen, some are injured, and none of it makes sense. What terrified 9 experienced hikers enough to flee into certain death? Thank you very much for your support. Before we dive into the main story, please kindly follow our page, like, comment and share. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the bell notification button for more interesting video like this. The story begins in January 1959. 10 hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on an ambitious winter expedition across the northern Ural Mountains. Leading the group was 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov. The students were among the most experienced outdoor adventurers in the Soviet Union. Many had completed difficult mountain expeditions before. This journey was considered challenging, but not impossible. The group planned to cross a remote mountain known by the local Mansi people as Kolit Sayakal. Its translation was unsettling, Mountain of the Dead. At the time, nobody imagined how prophetic that name would become. One member became ill early in the trip and returned home. That decision saved his life. The remaining 9 continued. As they traveled deeper into the wilderness, they took photographs. Smiling faces, snow-covered forests, camp preparations. Nothing appeared unusual. Nothing suggested danger. The final photographs show the group establishing camp on a barren mountainside. Wind howled across the frozen landscape. Visibility was poor, yet everything seemed normal. Those photographs would become the last known images of the hikers alive. The group was expected to send word once they completed the expedition. No message arrived. At first, nobody worried. Delays were common. Days passed. Then more days. Families became concerned. Search teams were organized. Students, volunteers, military personnel. Everyone searched. Then they found the campsite. And the mystery truly began. The tent was partially buried in snow. But what investigators discovered shocked them. The tent had been cut open from the inside. Not once. Multiple times. Imagine that. Instead of using the entrance, the hikers slashed their way out. Then they fled. Investigators found footprints leading away from the tent. Some footprints showed people wearing socks. Others showed bare feet. Some had no footwear at all. The tracks continued into the darkness, toward a nearby forest. The temperature that night was deadly. Nobody voluntarily leaves shelter under such conditions. Unless something inside the tent is even more terrifying. Searchers followed the trail. Near a cedar tree, they found the first 2 bodies. The hikers were barefoot, poorly dressed, frozen to death. Nearby was evidence of a fire. The group had apparently tried to survive. Then more bodies were discovered. Some appeared to be attempting to return to the tent, as if they realized too late that leaving had been a fatal mistake. But the strangest discoveries were yet to come. Months later, when snow melted, investigators located the remaining 4 hikers. What they found shocked even experienced forensic experts. Several victims suffered severe internal injuries. Broken ribs, crushed chests, a fractured skull. Yet surprisingly, there were few external wounds. One investigator compared the force to a high-speed car crash. Another compared it to a powerful explosion. One victim was missing her tongue. Others were missing soft tissue. Rumors spread rapidly. People demanded answers. But answers never came. Only more questions. The Soviet investigation concluded with a mysterious statement. The hikers had died because of an unknown compelling force. That was it. No detailed explanation. No clear cause. Case closed. The vague conclusion immediately sparked suspicion. Was information being hidden? Had the military been involved? Were secret weapons being tested nearby? Some witnesses reported strange orange lights in the sky around the time of the tragedy. Others claimed military activity occurred in the region. The controversy exploded, and it has never fully disappeared. Over the decades, countless theories emerged: an avalanche, military experiments, parachute mines, infrasound, secret Soviet operations, escaped prisoners, even extraterrestrial encounters. Each theory explains some evidence. None explains everything. That's what makes Dyatlov Pass so frustrating. Every solution creates a new mystery. Here's the hidden fact many people don't know. Modern investigations conducted decades later suggested that a rare type of avalanche may have contributed to the disaster. Computer simulations indicated snow conditions could have created a delayed slab avalanche powerful enough to frighten the hikers into abandoning the tent. At first glance, the theory seemed promising. But critics pointed out major problems. The tent remained relatively intact. Footprints were still visible. And some injuries remained difficult to explain. Even the most accepted explanation leaves important questions unanswered. The real controversy isn't whether the hikers died from cold. They did. The real mystery is why they left the tent. Because every known explanation begins with the same impossible question. What frightened 9 highly trained hikers enough to run into a deadly blizzard with almost no clothing? Whatever happened that night, it convinced experienced survival experts that staying in the tent was more dangerous than freezing outside. Think about that. They chose the snow. They chose the darkness. They chose almost certain death. But more than 65 years later, the mountain remains silent. The snow has buried the footprints. The witnesses are gone. The evidence is incomplete. And the mystery survives. Some believe the answer is natural. Others believe something was hidden. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere between the two. But until the final missing piece is found, one chilling question remains. On that freezing night in February 1959, what did the hikers see, hear, or experience inside that tent that made them flee into the darkness and never return? Thank you for watching. For more videos like this, please follow our page, like, comment and share. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting historic fact videos.